Good morning. It is Monday, February 2nd. Getting ready to start trading. Currently watching CISS, ELPW, and VHub. CISS, if it can get over about 280, I would be interested in this one. This one was very top heavy last week. So I want to see it get over the levels it set late last week, which the high was it was either 280 or 286. But if we can hold above that, or push through that level, I think this one could rip pretty high. So you can see a lot going through on the tape at 277, but the level 2 isn't moving. ELPW moving. I am watching ELPW. It's moving higher, so is VHub. VHub's putting in a really nice move. Alright, so CISS shot up to 295. Back down to 255. I want to see it get through that like 3-ish range. VHub is up almost $10 a share from where it just opened. It's pretty amazing. But I was focused on CISS, so I missed that. It is higher priced. I think it opened to 18 and it's almost at 18 right now. Alright, trying to get focused in. Alright, this current candle is 283. Could look for a break through that, push through 295, and then a break over 3. Try to keep the stop tight at 283. ELPW breakthrough 462 could give an entry. VHub doing pretty much a round trip. It's back down in the 18s. This 1 minute candle on CISS is somewhat misleading. It looks like it opened way down here at 225 and then pushed all the way to 295. That's not what I saw on the level 2. Right at 4 a.m. the charts and the level 2, they usually lag a little bit, but when it first came online, I think I was seeing like 255 by 230, and then it was kind of like gapping around a bit before it moved higher to 295. So I don't think the bar chart's wrong. I don't think it was reasonable or feasible to be able to get in at like 225 and then get in for that 70-cent move higher. Too large of a spread, and it was kind of like gapping. I would say gapping up slightly. Otherwise, that opening 1 minute candle looks amazing. It's unfortunate we've almost come all the way back down to the lows, though. But that's how CISS was last week. It has the technicals look like it could just go to the moon, but anywhere above about 210 to like 280, it would spike up and then just immediately get slammed back down. It's very, very top heavy. But I think you could get a massive short squeeze on it because it does look like it's getting shorted like crazy. So I think if this thing could get moving upward, it would put in a really solid move. Not seeing much right now. VHub. See, it opened at 16, pushed up to 29, now all the way back down to 19. I could have captured some of that move, but I was focused on CISS. I don't particularly like trading these higher price stocks, but could have done decent on SXTC, penny stock, same with DKI, NXT, KG. Then we get back to CISS. I don't see much else on the scanner. See CISS, kind of that first 1 minute candle to make a new high after the pullback seems to be working, but that was like an 80% pullback. And again, this thing's so top heavy. I just think there's too much risk of it spiking up and then getting shot right back down. So we'll see. This thing, like I said, if this thing can get over like 280, 290, I'm interested, but just can't get in right here. I tried getting in there, but my hotkey didn't go through. It's super unfortunate. Okay. Big, see, and that's another huge seller at 355. Wish my hotkey would have worked. That's super disappointing. Big seller back at 368, now at 360. Trying to walk it down, 346. Alright, this candle is 368, so if you can push through 368, I might look at getting in. It depends on what the level 2 looks like. I would set my stop at 350, but that's an 18-cent stop. That's kind of large for the amount of shares I'd be taking on this. See the 5-second, we're kind of descending. See if we can double bottom at 312. Like we're trying to. The current 1 minute candle is 342. JDX and IBG are also kind of creeping up. They're sub 1 million share floats. JDX doesn't look good now, but IBG does. I can get focused in on those as well. That candle's 336. ELPW. YJ's trying to move higher. I think you have dispersed attention right now. You've got YJ, you got ELPW, you got CISS. Might try to trade on ELPW if it can break 480. Right there. And at 490 I got in high. Unfortunately. I'd like to see if this thing can push through 5. CISS. ELPW, not sure that one's gonna work. I got on really high on ELPW, which is unfortunate. I was trying to get in at 390. I got in 10 cents. Okay, I went long in CISS at 316. And then sold half around 330. I might watch the next 5-minute candle on CISS to see I can take a break above that for the high. ELPW. Like to see this thing break through 5. I'm gonna go ahead and try to take half there on the ass. Just gonna take the rest. That order. Okay, I'm out. Lights still get back in CISS, but let's get a safe entry right now. Looks like I should have stayed in ELPW. Okay, CISS, a breakthrough 342 would be the first 5-minute candle to make a new high, but ELPW is getting some momentum now. ELPW does look extended on the 1 minute. 5-minute looks okay on it, but the 1 minute looks extended. You have huge spreads on ELPW as well, so I think I'm going to focus in on CISS. Go for 342. Went ahead and got in there, 340. It is having a little trouble. Give it 6 more seconds, see if that next 1 minute candle pushes higher. Got in this a little early, I didn't realize we had a few more seconds to the next candle. Just having trouble at 340. Yeah, okay, I went ahead and got out. Sold the whole thing for, I guess, a 4-cent loss. Probably should have stayed in it. This setup looks decent. First 5-minute candle making a new high. Kind of a flat top breakout at 340. ABCD forming on the 1 minute. ELPW is just grinding higher, which is great to see. The next pivot I have marked out is 635. We're definitely extended on the 1 minute now. So I took a $34 loss on CISS there. I was in at 340. I tried selling on the ask at I think it was 339, but I got filled at 336. But that's okay. $34 loss is fine. This thing can break over 342. There's definitely resistance there at 342. I do think everyone's focused on CISS though. So yeah, this thing breaks over 342. I'm gonna look to get in. It'd be nice if it could hold for 1 more minute. I went ahead and got in 344. Half 363. See if we could retest 4. Seller. Another half because of that seller. Got out. Just getting bullied around by those large sellers. It's okay though. They keep trying to walk it down too. Now it's at 351, 20,000 shares. I read something about the warrants on this stock. Apparently there's a lot of outstanding warrants, and I don't know. insiders were hoping to convert those today during open hours, so everyone's trying to, and they're priced above the current stock. So I don't know, apparently a bunch of people are trying to short it to keep it down so that when you convert those warrants, you have profit. I don't know if that's true, but CISS, the sub 1 million share flow, the price is good. All the technicals on this thing are good. The only thing it doesn't have is breaking news. This thing should be ripping. I mean, it really should. It's definitely odd. It's so top heavy. And that's exactly how it was last week too. I guess I should try to look up what those warrant prices are, because if we could flip above whatever that price is, these things just skyrocket. I tried pulling up BEM SEC to see if I could find it real quick, but I can't find it. I'm also not logged in, so only like the top 10 results under each field show. I didn't see anything about a shelf registration or anything like that, so. But I think if I need to be logged in to see everything. I think on Chrome I have all my stuff saved, but I run Edge because it's more efficient when I'm trading, to try to free up as many resources as possible for Webull. But I don't regularly use Edge, so I'm not logged into it. I do have no idea what my username and password are. It's a bad thing about Chrome saving everything. It's like having everyone's phone number in your phone as opposed to memorizing them. If you don't know them, you just look them up on the phone and call. Alright, I think I'm going to take stock. So the Webull P&L, it always lags a bit at 4 a.m. Right now it's showing I'm up $249. Probably close, so that might actually be right. It looks like I have enough buying power for one more trade. I wish I actually had more. I think later in the morning we're gonna get some stocks that are moving. Love the way ELPW is looking. Like to get back in that one, but I also think CISS later in the morning has a good chance of going higher. So far, 1, 2, 3 winners, 1 loser that was only 4 cents. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy that the loser was 4 cents. I wish it would have been tighter. I was trying to make it tighter, but you know, a 4-cent loser, that's completely fine. That's within my risk tolerance. Try to get in for the break of 616 on ELPW. That would be the first 5-minute candle to make me high. I just feel like ELPW, you're on the backside of the move. I might wait. There it goes. Pushing through 666. 616. Curious how high it'll go. So one nice thing about the stock market is you can test ideas, right? Like, okay, if I would have got in at 616 there, like I thought about, what would have happened? OCG is moving. $200 is a ways off. This one also looks like it's on the backside of a move. See any news on it? Pretty small float. ELPW, see that break is 616. That would have been nice. Solid trade. I'm going to refresh this and then see if the P&L updated. No. Okay, so I'm sitting at 249 right now. Pretty sure that's right. It should be right. $616 on ELPW, that would have been solid. The question would be though, like, where do you get out? Honestly, you should take some profit here, but I would try to hold for the breakthrough 7. There's like no reason this thing shouldn't break through 7. Well, then that happens. I do like trailing bar by bar on the 1 minute. It's incredibly psychologically challenging, but more often than not, that actually would earn me more money to have that as one of my exit strategies than not. So like if you're trailing this bar by bar, you would still be in it. Even that flash down looked kind of scary, but you would still be in this, and this thing's probably going to push through 7 now. The 1 minute candle 690. Good luck to get in like a break above that. It is showing strength. It fell all the way down to 643 and now it's higher. Probably look at this as like the second or third pullback. It's really hard to say. Nice moves on ELPW. Really nice. I'm a little concerned about my hotkeys. That first trade on CISS, I tried getting in, didn't go, and then I actually did press my hotkey there for the break of 690, but I don't know if I'm missing it or what's going on. I saw this flash up when I hold shift, this window at the top pops up. I saw that come up, but then when I pressed R, which is the hotkey I'm trying to use, it didn't go through. That's why I tried canceling real quick to make sure I didn't have it just sitting out there. Not sure what's going on with that. So EVTV. Trying to get in the picture. The 200's at 350, about $1 away. So ELPW, I feel like you are very extended right now. I'd probably like to see a 5-minute pullback on this one. Which it looks like if this current 5-minute candle can stay narrow range, it's kind of trying to. I think that'll be good. And then maybe look for the next 5-minute candle to go higher. It would actually be nice if we get 2 kind of pullback candles. And then look for that third one to break higher. I feel like that would give us good consolidation. If it just keeps moving higher though, I feel like you're really extended. Alright, so I'm gonna let ELPW pull back. We also VHub, this one, really nice move at 4 a.m., but it went from 16 to 29. It's given it all back, so no interest in that one. DKI, that's a penny stock. Let me refresh. Here we have the latest. SXTC penny stock. CISS. I think we know the story on this one. Super top heavy. If this thing could get over we could get over this pivot at 368, but then look for a push through 4. I don't know if I would be interested in this at 368. It's just so top heavy. I think this thing really needs to get through 4. Just clear out all these sellers between 368 and 4, and then we can look for this thing to go higher. So sitting tight on that one. XTKG penny stock. OCG, if this thing could get moving, this could be one. The 200 on the dailies out of the picture. It's a low float, 1.7 million shares, but it needs to get a bit more volume and start going up. EVTV, kind of the same story, but the 200 is only $1 away at 290. I thought it was at 350. I guess it's at 290, so it's actually closer than I thought it was. So I feel like you have a close, significant level of resistance on this one, so probably not interested in that unless it could get over 3. YJ, I don't see much there. IBG, if this one could start moving upward, I would be interested. It's a 580,000 share float. It's really all I see right now. So, 5-minute candle closing on ELPW. Is the next 5-minute candle going to push higher, or can we get just one more consolidation period and then push higher? It would be safest if we get one more consolidation period and then move higher around 440. But I think a lot of people are watching this one. I don't see anything else. Honestly, this one looks the best of all the stocks this morning, at least right now. So I think a lot of people are watching this. Might not wait for another 5-minute candle to pull back. So we'll see. I don't. Part of me wants to get in for this 5-minute candle if it breaks the high, but I still feel like you're somewhat extended. So we'll see what it does. CISS pushing higher. Like I said though, I want to see this thing get over 4 and really start moving, clear all these sellers out. And everything I'm reviewing, that's just like looking at candlesticks and chart patterns. The level 2 plays a part into that too. Like as we get closer to like the pattern coming to fruition, the level 2 plays a part into that. So say CISS starts moving higher, breaks through 368, is playing with the $4 level. If the level 2 is looking super stacked, that's probably going to deter me from getting in. It's the same on ELPW. If we just start seeing a ton of sellers on the ask, those are kind of red flags. Kind of works against, I guess, your thesis of what the stock's going to do. So as we get closer, like I'll definitely start paying, like really honing in on the level 2s, the time and sales, just make sure like order flow and selling, buying, everything looks good. CISS has already given red flags that there's some pretty heavy sellers between probably 350 and 4. I haven't seen that so much on ELPW, so I'm not as concerned about that with the ELPW, but this one doesn't have fresh news. I feel like we're on the backside of the move. So those are kind of the factors working against it, but at the same time, it has the potential to put in huge moves, as we saw on, I think, Friday. So it's worth considering. I feel like I haven't blinked since forward. I am watching OCG on a side chart. You can see it here. Kind of flashed up to 214, but this thing still is just choppy. It's not really moving in a certain direction. It is kind of grinding higher, but it's not clean. I think it'd be really easy to jump in this and just get chopped out. So, watching this one. ELPW. See, now you have a 5-minute setup to the short side, which is probably why that's selling off so much. So just like we were waiting for the first 5-minute candle to move higher. If you're short biased, be looking for the first 5-minute candle to break the low of the previous 5-minute candle, which was right there. That's probably why that thing sold from 354 all the way down to 580. Pretty big sell-off. I know, unfortunate it went that much. I was hoping one more red 5-minute candle, but not. I want it to be that large. I think ELPW might be done for right now. I am gonna get going probably around 345, 350, so watch for a few more minutes and then call it. I don't think I'm gonna get a trade on ELPW. CISS potentially, it's acting like it wants to move higher, but really haven't. Who knows with this stuff? In hindsight, I like everything I've traded this morning. The only thing I wish I would have held longer on ELPW. I sold at 414 time period. So I sold right on this kind of narrow green candle right before it made this move higher. So I wish I would have held longer on ELPW. Other than that, I've liked all my trades. I really like that I got out on CISS for a 4-cent loss with 800 shares. I'm really happy with that. And then I wish I would have traded this move on ELPW. There's some really nice moves. We were looking at that break of 616. And then this break is 643. Those are both really solid moves. So that's okay though. We're only 42 minutes into the market today. There's a ton of time. There's going to be other moves. There's probably going to be other better moves. I think had this not been like continuation and on the backside of the move it made last week, I probably would have traded this a lot more. But it's the fact that like it's not showing up on the gap scanner because it's already made the move and it's on the backside and it's bouncing off the lows. That was kind of some of my hesitation as to why I didn't trade it, is I was just afraid not many people were watching this. I could be wrong on that. Maybe everyone had it on their radar given what it did last week, but just wasn't sure. And then the spreads were large at times. So it would have worked out. The trades would have worked, but it's okay. Look at EVTV real quick. I don't like it. I would still consider CISS if it can get over 368.4. Watching CISS. Okay, I'm liking CISS. It needs to keep moving higher. And that level 2 on the ask needs to stay clear of the 20,000 share sellers. First kind of test probably be if it can hold 350 and then push through 368. And we'd want to see it do the same and push through 4. If you were aggressive, you could get in right here because it looks like it is holding 350. Some 4,000 share sellers showing up. Looks like it's having trouble. I suppose you are extended on the 5-minute chart now, so we shall see. Alright, I think I'm going to call it right there. I might take a look at CISS in a few minutes right before I leave. If it looks good, I'll jump in. But probably call it good until a little bit later. So, alright, good luck everyone.